Hi folks, another car repair today. Well, yesterday I pulled into the gas station with my 1999 Mercedes ML320 to get gas, like I've done almost 8 years since I have it. Pulled up, got out, excuse me, got out, and guess what? The gas door wouldn't open. Now this is an auto release. It works with the key fob, the keyless entry key, and it's supposed to unlock when the doors are unlocked. Well, I knew I had all my doors unlocked. It's not like the kinds of vehicles that have the manual release. Usually you have it down. Oh, it's usually right inside the driver's door on the floor or on the wall there, right inside, that you just pull the lever and it pops open. Well, this doesn't do that. This is supposed to release every time that the doors are unlocked, but it is locked. It will not respond. So I tried a number of things. I tried locking and unlocking using the key fob. That didn't make any difference. I turned the car back on and then off again, thinking maybe it would reset itself. That made no difference. So basically I just had to come home without getting gas. Now what I didn't know, that I've since come to know, spent a little time on YouTube, is that anytime you have an automatically locked gas door like this on a car, there's always an emergency release, and you usually access that from the inside. So we're going to give that a try today, see if that'll solve our problem, and then we'll see where we can go from here. My understanding is there are a couple reasons why it might be doing this. Now granted, this is a very old vehicle. Some of the electrical stuff is going to start to go on it, and has, as you've seen from previous videos. One is that there could be a blown fuse, that it's not the actuator. There's like a little arm that comes down to latch the door from the inside, and then when you unlock the doors, it's supposed to pop up. And if it's not working like that, it could be that there's a blown fuse and it's not getting electricity. The other thing that they said, which might be more likely, is the little unit, the little actuator unit that's inside there, is shot, so it no longer pushes the plunger down and pulls it up. So we're going to take a look at that. There's also another fix that basically I was told that if you don't really care if your gas tank locks or not, there's a way to just disable something. So I've had a lot of vehicles that didn't have locking gas tanks, and where I live, I'm not too worried about anybody stealing gas. They'd have to come out in the country in the middle of the night, face 3 large dogs, and their owner, who's a Second Amendment advocate. So I don't think I'm too worried about that happening when I'm at home. But at any rate, we'll see what happens. Let me come back to you when I get the back open, and we'll see what we can find. Okay, first of all, with this model, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, this has 2 jump seats in the back. It's designed to actually carry 7 people, although I don't know how much room there'd be for anybody back here. But they normally swing up, like as you can see that one is. I just dropped this one down, and behind it you have a panel here where the first aid kit that Mercedes supplied to their vehicles is stowed. Stuff that was in there is pretty old, so I haven't really used it for anything, but there it is. So we'll see what I can do with that, and we'll see what happens when I pull it. All right, I don't know if I can get in this close. It's really tight here, so we'll see. This is, of course, the panel. I pulled the first aid kit out, and in behind the panel to the left, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, it's pretty close. If you look and see that little white set of discs there, it's actually a collapsible, almost like a bellows. And underneath that, there's a little black stem sticking down. That's the lock that holds it. So to release the gas door, all I have to do is push up on that bellows so that black plastic stem goes up. So let's see if I can do that and show you what it looks like when it's up. I know I have no light here now, and I have no way to get light in here while I'm doing this. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, you can see I collapsed it up, and I apologize if this isn't in focus. I'm very close here with this. And you can see that the stem is up a little bit. Now the important thing is to come over this way outside. And as you can see, voila, now it opens. Now the thing of it is, you can see the little hole here. That's what holds it down, because right up in here is where that little actuator stem is. If you can see that up in there, if it's going to be in focus. Right there is where it collapses down. So now I can go get gas if I need to. Now the thing that I would probably do is I'd probably just, I don't know if I keep it open now. One of the things that they suggested, that if you decide it's not important to you to lock your gas cap, there's like two doors here, or two sections to the door. There's the outer metal one, and then there's this plastic one that's inside. And if you decide you don't want that, you can pull this off. These little tabs here are just holding it on, and it's nothing major to pull it off. But then of course, if you can see, well, it has the tire pressures listed there, but I could put that somewhere else. But if I take that off, then the door will still close. The door will still close because it's on this hinge here. Oops, on this hinge here, but it just won't lock anymore. So that may be the cheapest way for me to go if I don't want to have to replace the actuator, if it is just the actuator, and I haven't checked any fuses to see that. But the important thing was just to be able to do this so I could get gas. And if I have to do this for a while with the with the hatch open here, I can certainly do that. Now they also suggest that if you're going to replace the actuator, take this panel off too to get at it, access to get at it, and that's probably what that panel is there for. So this is where I am with this now. It's a fixable thing. If I'd have known this yesterday, it would have just been an extra 2 minutes to flop this down, take the first aid kit out, and push the little stem up, and then I could have got gas yesterday. But I didn't know that, and I've never had a problem like this before with any vehicle. Some different models, and not just Mercedes, apparently if you open a panel like this near the gas filler door in the inside, they even actually have a pull chain, like a cord, a colored cord that all you do is pull and it pops it off from the inside. But again, I've never had a vehicle like that, never had this problem before, so I never worried about it. But this is new to me, so I'm sharing it with you. So this is the solution if you run into this problem. Again, I'm sure it's because of the age of the vehicle. Either the fuse blew or the actuator's no good. The key fob was locking and unlocking all the doors fine. There was no issue there. There was no problem with electricity getting back to, if the fuse was good, back to the actuator. So it was somewhere, either, like I said, either fuse stopped the electricity, but the signal was being sent from the key fob is what I'm saying. It wasn't a problem with the key fob or anything else like that. So it's just a question of figuring out where the main issue is, and then just dealing with it from here. Nothing major, but it was a frustration yesterday because I needed gas and couldn't get any. So, and I didn't want to break the door open, So at any rate, just wanted to fill you in on that. It's a minor repair probably, and I'm not going to come back to you with more showing you doing that unless I decide I'm going to change out the actuator, and then I'll do a video on replacing that. But there are other people who have those out online if you're interested. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing, following us on our channel as we do the best we can to live out in the country on a shoestring.